for our fear-based messaging content, our output improved through a lot of iterations, and we did that through filtering process. So we went through a lot of different steps, especially for our first one. We did it 6 times. So we took different angles to it. At first we were like, can you make this message more clear? Can you target it towards our specific audience of 15 to 35 years of age? And the third one, I think one of it was, can you add a call to action item? And fourth, we did think of it in a marketeer's way, like how would a professional marketeer make this ad? So we added a lot of different aspects to it, layers by layers, with each prompt that we put in. And the more prompts we put in, the more revisions we did, the better output we got. And where did AI perform well for us?
Performed well by like creating images. AI gave us a lot of images to choose from for our first prompt, and when we chose our final prompt and what we wanted to do, it gave us, from our 6 prompts, it improved our quality and stuff like that, and it refined our ad and our prompts to the best like what we wanted it to. So I think AI performed well in that category. What about you?
I think AI performed the best in giving me that initial idea of thoughts. Like the first prompt it generated, it gave me a great idea of like where I want to go from there, because I had to refine it from there as well, like tweak certain things, like add call to action, change the image to something else to make it more fitting and more ethical. So AI gave me a good like starting point, because sometimes if I'm trying to think of the marketing idea on my own, I might not think of a certain way that AI would tell me to. So it gave me a different ways to approach that ad. And where did AI require heavy strategic correction? I have a lot on this one.
Okay. When like making our 6 different prompts, we had to be specific with AI. So like if we wanted it to have better lighting, we had to be like, oh, can you add the specific lighting to make it colorful for our ad and for our other prompts? Or if we wanted it to be suitable for apps to choose on, like we had to basically have to say like, oh, we want it to be a trend, so add a trend topic into it, so that way it's suitable for everybody, for like, when they want to see it, it will pop up like anywhere, like on social media apps, so they will be able to see it. But it was very like, you had to be very choicy with your words. You couldn't just be like, oh, like do this for me, and it would have done something completely different. So like you had to be very specific in with AI, like, and what you wanted it to do.
Yeah, give it like very specific directions. And what I struggle with while using AI, and it needs heavy strategic correction, is using the right images and text sometimes, because when I used Canva AI, like the certain words were not even in English. When I give them a tagline, the tagline was different words, so it's not as smart as human brain. So I have to feed it every single word I want on that image, and sometimes the image choice was also not the best, so I had to very much specify what image I wanted, because when I gave it a very vague prompt, it gave me a very opposite image which is very different to like adverse effects of smoking, right? It was not very matching the prompt that I was giving it. So I had to do a lot of refining when it comes to images and text, so it needs a lot of strategic correction in that. And what surprised you about fear-based messaging content creation?
What surprised me is like the different approaches you can take. So like a lot of, what we came up with, like selling stuff like that, some of it was, very traumatizing ads and stuff like that, like where it got right to the point, but it was very traumatizing for users to see. And so we took a different approach for it to be like a safer option, where our point is still getting across to users for like seeing the ad and stuff like that, but it's less traumatizing.
Yeah, we didn't want it to be too explicit, because we wanted it to be ethical, and we didn't want anybody to be shocked after seeing our ad, so we wanted to use photos that were not too explicit and triggering to people. So we tried to keep it mellow, but we also wanted to convey our message, which was negative effects of smoking. So we made sure that all our content that we created had the side effects of smoking clearly listed, a call to action clearly mentioned, and a concise tagline of your health, your future, without making it too traumatizing. So we had to create that balance between getting our message out, but also not making it so traumatizing to certain people. So creating that balance was difficult, but we tried our best.
Yeah.